I am muted. Okay. Yeah. That's the fun part of, like, needing to record footage for a video a lot. Is yeah, you mute yourself and then you'll unmute for stream. Alright. So... Oh, good. Some events have transpired. These events include my mother going to Las Vegas. So she's been out of town this weekend. My dad was like, oh boy, we get to party, and then immediately got sick. And really all he's been doing is just kind of moping around the house, laying around, being sick. And then he catches me before I'm, like, about to stream. He's like, can you pick your mom up from the airport today? And I'm like, I guess. Like, thanks for the heads up. So I guess I don't have that much time today. But I think that's in, like, maybe, like, 2 hours or so. He's gonna start pestering me to, like, go. So... I don't think I'm sick. I think it might... It's hard to tell because, like, I feel like any soreness I had was from screaming about Dark Pals on Thursday. So I don't think that was entirely related to anything that he had. But I don't know. I could have something and it could just be taking a while to kick in. So anyway, this stream might be a little bit weird. I'm not sure. But thank you, awesome Snaky, for following. I'm not sure, like, honestly. There's a story here, and I just kind of wanted to, like... Okay, but saying let's party and immediately projectile vomiting is objectively funny. It's, like, less fun than that. Not that vomiting is fun. It's more like he has a fever that won't break. He knows it isn't COVID. He took a test. Otherwise, he's just been laying on the floor and, like, watching movies and playing World of Warships. So I really hope he gets better soon so he stops playing World of Warships. Because it's annoying. But I guess this is to preface what I'm doing with a game that I've talked about before. Oh, thank you, Sneaky. where I had been making a fan game for a streamer that I really like. This is a game that I started before I even started streaming. And it was supposed to be for Astral Spiff. And you might have heard of it, you might have not. In my Discord server, I had been posting about it sometimes, but just over time, I gradually, like, really got demotivated to work on it. I didn't want to work on it. Because the problem with making a fan game like that is you worry a lot about whether or not the person it's for is gonna like it. Is gonna think that things fit in and stuff. And you get in your head too much, and I just stopped. I didn't want to work on it anymore. So, I am going to, instead of canceling it outright, because I don't want to do that because there's a lot of work done. My idea was, that's why she'd only make fan content out of spite. No. Everyone make fan content for me out of spite. It was kind of like, it's based on an old mobile game I liked. You obviously is going to be difficult to tell because of the mess that is Click Team, but it was based on an old mobile game I really liked called Bread Kittens, where basically these cats would just kind of like slap fight each other. And as you can see, Oatmeal is already in the game. Very clearly, that's Oatmeal right there. As you all know her, that's Oatmeal. As you remember her, because this is what she has always looked like. That window capture is capturing the same window. Do I really need to do display capture for this? It's such a pain when I have to do that. What sucks about Click Team, I hate this engine. Don't get me wrong, I fucking hate Click Team so much.
It's like looking in a mirror.
I'm gonna have to be so careful about this, though. Hold on, okay, I'll turn on some music for you guys. I gotta make sure I'm not gonna, like, show anything I'm not supposed to be showing. So I didn't think I was wanting to do display capture today, but it's not gonna cooperate, because, you know, Click Team likes to open everything in separate windows, and that is annoying because it means you can't freaking stream any work in it ever without streaming your damn desktop. There's a lot of other things wrong with Click Team, but like that's one of them. As soon as I'm able, I'm gonna like I'm jumping ship off this fucking train wreck of a game engine. Gotta go up. But not yet, because I would like to finish the projects that are in this game first. Logic orbs, exactly. So, we're not actually gonna work in here right now, because some of the reason I was a little nervous about this stream idea was like, because I didn't want to get judged for what I already had in the game. Like, it was like, oh, that's stupid. What did you think? Why were you doing that? But I feel like it's not that big of a deal. I need to, like, this isn't even Oatmeal yet, but my idea was that, you know, we don't have to make it Oatmeal yet. I can do it later. But Oatmeal does have, not that, whoops, that is a red box. Thank you, Eerie. Sorry, I probably butchered that. Oatmeal does have sprites, just not for that specific level. Like, she has like a full like platformer moveset. As for why, it is not the robot Oatmeal. That's actually part of the story. There's something in the story, the new story that I made for this, that explains why it's not the robot Oatmeal. So if you were wondering why it's not robot Oatmeal, then it's a secret so far. So, actually should grab the enemy that I had here. I haven't done anything with this level yet. So, we're not gonna work on that. I actually grab you also. I think... Are you programmed? You might be weird, but I'm gonna grab you anyway. We need enemies. I was gonna program a few enemies in here, and then I figured after that we would do a little bit of art, because, like, there are some cats that I need to replace because they are not really relevant to me, like this one. I'm not replacing her, but I'm moving her. I think the rest of them are fine. But, like, I need to switch this one out. So I figured I could, like, do some art for new cats, or just Oatmeal herself, because she doesn't have any art, you know. Oh, it's like fruit punch, clown. So, let us commence our work. I can also talk about stuff, I guess. Someone asked what the problem with World of Warships was, and I mean, there's not really a problem with it in of itself, but unfortunately my dad is allergic to headphones. That's a joke, he actually isn't, but he sure acts like he is. And so it shakes my bedroom floor when he plays it in the basement. I think I am, like, a little sick. Because my throat is, like, I don't know. Also, where the hell is this guy? He's not showing up. Come here. Come here, where are you, bitch? Oh, I detached your properties. Whoops, sorry. You should be attacking me. Where are you? Do you need your floor? Do you need your floor? Do you need your floor? Where did it go? It's up here. I don't think he needs it. I think he needs it to be present, but he doesn't need to have it. Would you work for me, please? Where is he? He's not there. You can very clearly see him there. He's not showing up. This guy sucks. Wish I could yeet some headphones hard enough at him to remove that allergy. Sure thing. Oh, because he's not being created at the start. That would probably be why he's not showing up. He doesn't exist. Do something! So this is like... Oh, he's gonna go out the left. I didn't give him any barriers. Okay. He's from an old demo that I made that I was like, why not just, like, kidnap him and bring him on in here? It seems, though, that he does not have a boundary, so... Because he's looking for the wrong character. That's what he's looking for. That's why he's going to the left, because maybe they're over there. I don't know. He thinks they might be. They might be. So I think he should attack me now. He should attack me. Okay, well, he's at least, like, staying near me, because that's what he's supposed to do. So then you have a gun, you can shoot. Because this was, like, really referential to Freddy in Space. That's why... Like, I know Freddy in Space never had something like this, but that's why I had the cat in a suit and stuff. Alien Cat doesn't have any behavior yet. He's not doing anything, though. What's he supposed to do? He's just kind of hovering around up top and I can't hit him. If he is within the range, then he should be firing bullets. And he is not doing that, so why is he not doing that? He's moving! He sure is! He sure is moving, isn't he, Serial? I wish I knew why he wasn't doing anything. He should be firing things. Well, who cares about him? Let's work on this guy. He's just gonna be a fun addition. Let me get the actual... I don't think he has any... Yeah, let's go get the code that actually makes the enemies get hurt. That's probably useful. It's like per frame, because of course it is. I didn't think I'd need to move it over here, so I didn't. Sigh. Also, this event manager is a nightmare because it, I ended up taking it from, like, Sonic Worlds. And then I didn't use Sonic Worlds because I didn't like it. So it's just, like, got all these Sonic objects that here I haven't been able to get rid of. Can I hit you now? No, I can't hit you. Let me hit you. This overlapping the physical object is... Do you have the wrong qualifier on you? What does Freddy have? We can't put Freddy in the... No? I thought I could kill Freddy, though. Sparky Marky will be in this game. I'm gonna put Sparky Marky in this game. Anyway, like, this is gonna be in the game in some form, just, like, not in this exact form. It's kind of like a stealth segment. I need to see if he can die. He can't, he's getting hit. Okay. He should be able to die. He does take a lot of hits. He might not die. I don't know if I made him dieable. Nope, he's not dying. Okay, cool, that's great. Yeah, no, I'm such a good programmer, oh my god. Why is he not even being hit, though? Don't you love game development when half of your, half of it's just, like, sitting there like, why is this not working? You're just, like, staring blankly at your screen. Why is this not working? I don't understand. You know what I think it is? I think... Is this a physical? Yes. I think we're lacking the presence of something that's a physical object. So I need to make something that's a physical object. And by that I mean I need to give it the class of a physical object. Also, yes, it will be Sparky Marky as a cat. I figured we would actually draw that today. He's not like... Because these platforming levels are not the focus of the game, but they come in sometimes as, like, kind of a fun, like... So the whole game's not just, like, a quick one-and-done mobile game sort of thing. So, I thought they'd be fun. Like, that stage over there, I don't know if you can see it behind the chat. It's called Lunar Cannon because it was supposed to be a reference to Lunar Cannon. I'm not sure it'll, like, stay as one, because I'm, like, switching it off to be, like, kind of an endgame thing. Lunar Cannon from Freedom Planet 2. Using the, like, kind of beta theme I wrote for Lunar Cannon, actually. But I may not use it anymore. I'm kind of, like, on the fence, because I'm like, I don't know how many things I want to, like, keep referencing forever. There will be what? What do you mean there will be what? What did I say? I already forgot. I want this guy, and he would... Oh, yeah, what if we program his movement first? So this is the little, I don't know if you can tell what this is a reference to, but this is the little alien kitty. There's like a meme of, like, an alien cat. It's like a green kitten. And I really like that meme, so I made an anime based off of it. So, since you mentioned switching to Godot in the future, how feasible do you think it would be to port Havoc Fox from ClickTeam to Godot? That is something we've been talking about, honestly, for, like, the what's done already. Probably not all that feasible. But we have kind of a plan to be able to switch earlier than, like, really, like, after release. Like, being able to switch before the game's done. We have kind of a plan for that. I don't want to say too much before we know, like, for sure, like, what's gonna go on. Because I want to be like, oh, yeah, we're gonna be doing this, and then, like, that doesn't happen. And yes, there will be bosses. There's like literally already a boss program, but I was gonna like reskin it because it is obviously not gonna fit, but I'm not gonna show it to you yet. I'm gonna make this guy kind of switch lanes and look for you. So he's gonna have these two little... He's gonna be looking for positions to be at. So, Zorper. I just named him Zorper. Do you think we should keep him? Do you have like 37 game projects? No, I only have 3. That's still too many, but... I try to not make any more! I got a little slap happy when I was younger. Yeah. It's great. I like having to clean up after my teenage self. So, when the Zorper wants to go up, watch my amateur click team fusion skills at work. And when the Zorper wants to go down, he will take his not his X position. What are you, stupid? He'll take his Y position. And then he's gonna go up at some level of speed. Probably faster than that. If he wants to go down, he's gonna go down. So, are you sure you don't want to look for extra help with how many projects you have? Well, the thing about that is that I'd probably want to be paying people for that. And I mean, you say that I'm rich all the time for some reason, but I am. I can confirm to you this shocking fact that I am not rich, so that I would be slightly difficult to, like, have people on consistently. Hell no. I think we're good. We don't need Binky. Binky can stay in his game project and forever. He can stay there forever. So, when he's gonna, I think he should look for the player. So, when the player is, when his Y position is, no, I'm not adding Binky. I'm not even as a joke. He genuinely disgusts me. I'm not adding him. I refuse. Oh my god. How deep down the rabbit hole are we going? SparkyMurky.exe? No. If his Y position is greater, then, and I actually don't think the player is the right thing to use here because it would always be better that higher than the player. If it's is that what it's called? Glorbcat? I love never mind, I'm stupid. God. And then you're like a game developer with ADHD, and it's great. If the player's Y position, I actually want to say if it's lower than the bottom Y thingy. That's what's weird about Y position. This isn't even a click team thing, but like when Y position is like higher up on the screen, it's actually going to be lower instead of higher. I messed that up a lot. If the Y position of you is lower than you, then you're gonna want to probably go up to find you, so... But so that you're not going back and forth all the time, let's check. No, not that, not that, not that. I like to give them like buffers for their movements. So if he notices that you're above him, then he will debate on moving. So he's gonna be like, oh, there you are, and I'm gonna not add. I'm not gonna add. I'm not gonna add. I'm going to have my buffer, and then I'm gonna set it to... Maybe that's too much. I'm gonna give it a good 25 frames. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. And then when that value is higher than 0, don't worry, I'm gonna name it. I'm trying to get better about naming my variables. Then we're gonna make that timer go down. And when it is... We set the flag for a reason. We set the flag for a reason. If it's off... This is probably not gonna work the first try around, but we'll give it a shot. Who's my favorite Pokemon? Iron Valiant. Definitely. Name it variable 1. No. I could totally vandalize my game project because of cereal. Cereal. That's the variable name. Now it's called cereal. That's your impact. Are you happy? Are you happy? This isn't in the right place. I'm in the wrong place. God, no. Iron Valiant could make a good enemy for the platforming level. I should write that down. I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget even if I write it down. So if cereal is lower than 0 and the flag is on... Whoops, that's not what I want. I wanted to negate that. Then we're gonna go ahead... Whoa! Whoa! Thank you! We're gonna set that up. And I need to check my... crap. My Firefox tabs. Are my Firefox tabs? I don't want to show my Firefox. I don't know, you can't say that I've got the Game Jolt page open for Five Nights at Frickbear's. No! I forgot to pop out my thing. The thing that shows me what happened when things happen. God, my voice is like actively struggling. Jeez. I got it. I got it. Thank you for the gifted sub, anonymous gifter. Congratulations to gifted sub receiver, whose name I already forgot. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's not personal. Oh, the perfect being Cell wanted me to consume liquid 20 minutes ago. Thanks for being concerned, Cell. I'm sorry I didn't see it. Let's see if he goes up when I do. Ignore Pablo. Basically. We could... Oh, he did! He left, though. He didn't stop going up. Hey, what if we name... You know what? Yeah, that's a good... Let's name him Pablo. Ignore Pablo. That is his name now. His name's Pablo. God, this game... is gonna just be a mess internally. How's anyone gonna know, though? No one's gonna know. They're gonna know. So he doesn't go up, which I forgot to tell him to stop going up. So when his Y position is... And I can just drag that over. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Serial. That's great. Among Us. Among Us. When his Y position is lower or equal to Zorp top. Hello? Oh my god, because you want me to import it. Because you want me to import it! Shut up! Then we need to set your flag to be off. And you need to negate your string. Stop going up. Do not leave. This actual like little boss scene here. He did it. Yay, good. Also, if you saw like my Tamagotchi live streams on the main channel, if you were wondering what the Click Team active object is, you're going to get very familiar with it during this stream. We have a few of them on screen already, as you can see. That's just, yeah, they hang out. Would you like a cat fact for a cat stream about a cat game? Sure. I'm not gonna add yaoi. There's not yaoi unless you're like, I don't know, like a glam Freddy Monty shipper. That implies that that's going on. That's not necessarily canon. I'm just saying that Monty and Freddy are both in the game. Not that they kiss. Not that they, like, definitely don't kiss in the game.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
You two should kiss. Oh, God, I totally blanked out, forgot what I was doing. Alright, so now we need to, like, do this again for... This is why I never remember what any of my code does. I just do this shit all the time. I just copy it and don't even bother to comment it. We don't need this twice, though. So instead of that, we're gonna ask, is the player... Is the player greater than Zorp Bottom? This probably sounds like alien speak, which I guess is fitting because we're making an alien enemy. Is the character greater than Zorp Bottom? Then we're gonna be setting the string to down. You know, I'm sure this could be done with flags, but like, I actually prefer to use strings that just say like what is going on to determine actions, because like I will genuinely just forget what things do if I don't. I'm so sorry. I say that I'm smart and then it's like this and it's just not. It's not smart. It's not smart and I know it's not smart. Those greater than... Can I... Am I able to do that? I am. Okay, cool. I can do that. So if this position is greater than Zorb Bottom, and then it detects that you're there, then it goes down. And then when its position is greater or equal to Zorb Bottom, it will stop. Zorp Bottom sounds like a Bugsnax Grumpus name. This is... I mean, you're speaking Greek there, too. I don't know what the hell that means. Alright, so he started out there. He needs to have, like, a default... I guess he would have a default behavior. But he didn't go up that time. So I did something wrong. Because he's not going up anymore. Oh, that guy's getting hit now, though. We can hit him. I think he already died. Why are all these actives showing up? I didn't do that. I think I need to go find what effect that was supposed to be. Let me see here. Is this it? No. Is that it? I think that's it. That's the effect that it's trying to spawn. That is not successfully spawning. So let me just put that there. Not that should happen. That should happen now. Nope, it's still spawning actives. Let me fix that. It thinks it can. No, you're launching. That's not, nope, that was not the effect I was looking for. It's not trying to do that. What attack is it? What is it trying to do? Where is the freaking thing that I want? All these freaking Sonic Worlds objects. And I need to scroll past. I don't even have it. Oh, he's still looking for the effect from the game he came from. That is old. Okay, so maybe don't look for that, man. Don't be looking for the smack effect. Look for the other effect that I want you to use. This one. Yes. Because you've been ripped from your home, and your home will never be completed. Okay. Now he's not getting hit at all, so that's great. I don't know if I broke something. I might have. Or his health is only 15. We'll give him 50. Please work. Good, you're working again. You've already died. Dude. Wow, this guy's got like glass bones and paper skin over here. Let's look at Pablo. Yep, no. Pablo is he's got 47 health left. Why did he just like stop being hit forever? You should be able to be hit again. If he's not getting closer than that. Well, who cares? You know what? Pablo's not important right now. Hi, kitty. How you doing? I mean, that's what we say. That's what we mean when we say ignore Pablo. That's what we mean. We're not going to fix Pablo. He can stay broken, because I don't care right now. It's also possible that it's trying to do something completely different when it's launching those effects. But whatever. It could be the player's fault, actually. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. So why did Kitty stop going up? When I'm lower than Zorp bottom. Or when I'm greater than... Okay, actually no, it shouldn't be Zorp bottom, it should be Zorp top. When I'm greater than Zorp top. Right? Yes, that would mean that I'm underneath Zorp top. I told you I get confused by it sometimes. Would this work now? This Pablo has so much fun, it's not working. Great, I love it when games don't work. Oh, I didn't close it. Why aren't you working? Do you still work if I just say like, don't do that anymore? And then I'm like, okay, go do your thing. Yeah, see, he's still... So there's a conflict happening. Something's conflicting. So... I think... Okay, I don't think we should use the same flag. I think that might be the issue. Just to... not use the same flag for both of them. It may not like it. I can be a caveman if I want. Yeah, you can, I missed the initial, query, but you can learn coding at any age. Oh my god. Bro, do I have to go like the caveman method? Oh my god. Will Loaf make a cameo in the game? Probably, honestly. Since she's already got a Sprite. I might make her like a enemy you could fight. Cause like, why not? Like, it's like, well, might as well leave her mark, right? Why are you not doing what I want you to? I wonder if that was the issue. Wait. I just noticed the value is like trying to subtract twice. I don't know. I don't need Pablo in the debugger. I need the... There's so many active 45s. Oh my god. I need you, and I need to see what you're doing. The cereal, okay, cereal got set to 25, but it's not subtracting. Whoops. It is, okay, so the value's getting stuck. Oh, wait a minute, I think I see it. The caveman method is just to brute force it with, like, massive hitboxes. Which I prefer to try not to do because it makes me feel stupid, but... And it also makes the scene messy. However... I could probably use this for future enemies in the level. I don't want to do too many of these, though. Because, like, if you can see what I mean by it makes the scene messy. If you've got too many of these, like, invisible trigger box things, they do start to clutter. So I try to avoid having to rely on them. However, for this scenario, I might actually just go ahead and do it because this could be useful for multiple enemies. But I'm gonna lock it so I don't accidentally click on it all the time. We may need one for the top rail. We'll see. That would mean that instead of doing that, we can say that she's just overlapping the detection for the bottom rail. Whoops. That might remove the conflict so that I could tell if the other one works when I'm on the top. Because you don't want to move. Are you stuck? I need to remove Pablo from the debugger. The value did not... Okay, something happened. Zorper got... No, that was mine. I'm in my values, not Zorper. Zorper's stuck at serial 25 again. This makes so much sense when you're listening to it. Do not use this stream as a podcast. You are going to get confused. Zorper's stuck at serial 25, everyone. Well... When I'm on the bottom rail and the flag is off, set the flag on and set serial to 25. If serial's above 0, then we need to subtract from it. I don't know why that's not going off. If my position is greater than... Oh, you know what? I think that's the problem because it is always... You know what? No. Hold on. Let's use this for the top thing instead, because I'm always gonna be... I might not have to use it at all. Hold on. I've realized a critical mistake. Zorp top is like, if this is going across here, then you're always gonna be greater than Zorp top. Is that like a compliment? You're always gonna be better than Zorp top, everyone. I hope that matters to you. So instead, how we would tell if I'm on the top is if I'm lower than Zorp top. Because sometimes we just have days like that. Coding makes you confused. Honestly, when it comes to Click Team... With Click Team, I feel like I'd classify it more as a logic puzzle. Which I enjoy logic puzzles. They had me do them in special education. But Click Team taught me coding logic more than it taught me like a coding language. So like I don't say that I know like C# or C++ or Python or really anything like the back of my hand, but it's easier to learn a coding language when you know coding logic. You know, like, what I need it to do to get it to do this thing. Like, I know what I need to tell the code to do. I just need to know how to figure it out in this specific language. Like, how do I tell this object to move to this node and stop in Unreal? And then it's like, or how do I do that in Godot? Or how do I do that in Unity? Then you have more, you learn faster once you actually understand how coding works. If you're just jumping into something like Unreal with no knowledge of having programmed, quote unquote, programmed anything before, it's gonna be really difficult for you to learn. So, Click Team hasn't been entirely useless to me, but I do kind of wish that I had jumped from it sooner so that I didn't get stuck with it. So we're always gonna be lower. We're gonna be lower than Zorptop, and Kitty's gonna also be lower than Zorptop. Then it should move it down, and then up here we would want to be greater than Zorpbottom, or lower than Zorpbottom, or lower than Zorpbottom. No, we're gonna be greater than Zorpbottom, cause fuck Zorpbottom, right? Right, guys? Oh my god. I think I prevented my dad from taking a good nap yesterday because I was getting really pissed off. Trying to... Oh, he went down! That was good. He did something. He's not getting stuck anymore. He's just kind of burying himself in the floor. That's not really what I wanted, but let's save that. We made something happen. So, okay, like I'm really picky about my platforming games. So, as you know, I'm working on quite the large video on Five Nights at Frickbear's, and so I just finished the good ending route. And boy, do I have some things to strangle whoever came up with that fucking platformer, okay? Oh my god, you have to be so committed to being a good person. I was so mad. Holy shit. Fuck level 5? Genuinely? Anyway. Yeah. I don't want to do that route again. No thanks. No, thank you. Okay. Let's see. And you know, what's annoying is that, like, actually the ending cutscene, I screwed up the ending cutscene. Cause, well, so, there isn't support for modding in custom Night Guard dialogue for salvage yet, without, like, you know, knowing what you're doing with the mod tool and stuff. So what I did to get custom subtitles at least to appear, because I could not get the voice line to work, but like I wanted custom subtitles because with like editing magic I could put the voice line in and have the subtitles in game. So what I did was I changed my character's name to SpongeBob, and I changed the strings for Salvage's Secret SpongeBob dialogue to be my strings. And I forgot to change my name from SpongeBob. So when, like, it worked. He gave me the right subtitles, so like I have the footage. I have the footage right. And obviously the voice line's different, but then I did like a recording version with like the voices turned off so I can put the voice in like after. And I forgot to change my name back. So when I beat the good ending, they called me SpongeBob. And I was like, no! Shit, no, it's ruined. It's ruined. But I can do a bit. I'm not redoing it. I don't want to redo the ending, so I'm gonna do a bit. Oops. It was like, SpongeBob, was it? Well, I owe you a lot. Like, oh no, what's the wrong name? Yeah, it's me, SpongeBob. Anyway, I got on a rant there. I'm not gonna, like, assume anyone's crazy for actually liking the Nightmares boss fight, but, like, I personally... Thank you for the follow, by the way. I am here. You sure are. Yeah, that was my issue. It's like the game having a platformer when the devs haven't made one before. Like, it wasn't a bad platformer. It was just, like, slippery. And honestly, I'm not sure having, like, precision platforming moments in the middle of, like, a FNAF thing was the most fun choice. Where, like, specifically in the spike things where you had to, like, do really tight jumps between spikes, and, like, that one where you have to fall down this little spike tunnel and then make a really quick movement halfway through where you just die. Like, I was like, oh, that was what killed me the absolute most. But, I mean, it's not terrible, it's just, like, I don't know. Let's program this guy. Let's figure him out. Let's work on our platformer instead of complaining about somebody else's. Why is this not working? Because I don't think the platformer difficulty is adjusted for your difficulty. Which is fine. I don't think that it should be. But I cannot imagine doing that on anything higher than, like, God, normal. Lunatic players? God. You people are, well, you're lunatics. There you go. If I am greater... Actually, you know what? You know what? Let's look at what his strings are being set to, because I haven't been looking at that. I've only been looking at the fact the value's getting stuck. Okay, it's still getting stuck.
How has it been 40 months, what?
No, it went to 0. He did some... Okay, he's detecting... Okay, he's actually going the wrong way. Because he thought I was up, so he went down. Thanks for the 40 months, by the way, Event Horizon. So he is lower than Zorb Top. Why did he go down? Why'd you do that, buddy? You go up. Why are you doing that? Do I care about this anymore? Lorian is ancient media. Is Lorian even here? That wasn't Lorian. It's hard to code on stream. I'm like getting stuck in like a mental loop. I'm gonna use this. I mean, fuck it. Actually, fuck this. I'm gonna have detection for both of them. However, with the top rails, we actually want to put it somewhere above the top rail, because otherwise you'd be able to hit it while you were jumping and it would think you were on the top rail. Like, just genuinely, like, forget it! Forget it! Forget it! I don't care anymore! I do care, but... Blah. Why aren't you showing me the name of the object? Thank you. Okay, that's the... If I'm overlapping the bottom one... You can still use your top and bottom to determine where you need to go. If he... That would be bottom. Go bottom. I need to label what it was. If I'm on that, you see... Oh, shit. Wait a minute. No. I might know what's going on. This is going off all the time, is it? No. That would act as a buffer in of itself. if it was checking the flag being on. There's like, there's something little that I'm missing. There's something little. It should. Hi, how goes it? Oswald, I'm confused. I've confused myself, really. I'm still like somewhat dedicated to figuring out why the first version isn't working. If I'm at a higher Y position than Zorp Top, can I be at a higher Y position than Zorp Top? No, I can't. Zorp Top is like really high up. Whoops, that's not where I want to be. We also do want to make sure that he doesn't stop right there though, so if he's lower or equal to Zorp Top minus like 10, get him a little bit higher than it. And if I'm lower than Zorp Bottom, or if I'm greater than Zorp Bottom, I swear, we're gonna get this right. We're gonna get this right. We're gonna get this right. If I'm lower than that, then if I'm lower than that, then you set it on. And then if the serial goes below 0, you actually do go down. And then if you are greater or equal, it would help if you could spell the name. Then you stop. Let's see. He moved. I saw him jiggle. Okay, I think I put them too close to each other. We may not be able to determine... Well, maybe we only need one. Maybe the player only needs to be looking at one of them. So if they're lower than Zorp Bottom, or they are greater, or they're greater than Zorp Bottom, we're gonna only use Zorp Bottom. Only use that. You get to use both to determine where you're supposed to be going, but me, yes, get to look at this. You got it? Totally. Give me a rail. Thank you. Okay. He's getting stuck again. Maybe, okay. Never. I know I said fuck it before and then I went back on it. I want to say fuck it for real this time. Because this is boring. I want to draw. I want to draw now. I can't draw yet. I can't draw yet because I want to finish this. So I will. I will do that. And then I will work on something else that is tangentially programming related, but also sort of not really. I just want to get him going up and down. You had to leave to watch Sonic Prime. That's what you're doing. That's why you're leaving. Alright, bud. That, like, really? That's not worth it, but... Is that worth it? Guys. Sonic Prime. Sonic Prime was honestly such missed potential. Sonic Prime is just kind of boring. Maybe that bitch is never gonna work. Maybe he's never gonna work. Maybe we'll never get him to work. Could be worth it? Well... The only part of Sonic Prime that felt worth it for me was when the first episode premiered on my birthday. Other than that, didn't really care that much. Have I buggered it beyond belief? That's what I want to find out now. No, I haven't. I haven't. It's entirely this. That's the problem. Again, still. This is just great. It's great. It's great that I don't understand why. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Maybe there's like a conflict on how... Oh, wait, he just left. Okay. Okay, well, we found something. We found something. If he wants to go... Basically, automatically saw that. We need to check if he's not already there. If he's already on the bottom. Or maybe this is a... Yeah. Let's go ahead and kind of put him... Well, we need to give him something to start with. He got tired of not working and decided to leave. It's this, like, last thing that's doing it. You need to limit it. You don't need to be looping at that point. We need to do only one action when the event loops. This is something I wish I knew about when I was like really new to this engine. It's the ability to limit conditions. You can tell something to like only run an event one time, or like only run it once when the condition would otherwise start looping. Ah, he left again. Why are you leaving? I think he's trying to do it again because he's like, oh, I'm on the bottom, but you're also on the bottom, so I'm gonna go to try to be on the bottom again. How about we also check to see if this guy's Y position is lower than the sort bottom. So see if he's where he needs to be or not, because if he's already there, he shouldn't try to go there again, because that just makes him leave. He just leaves through the bottom. Doesn't want to be there anymore. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, he stayed. He stayed this time. If I go up, he... Oh. Well, I got my hopes up there for like half a second. We're close though. That's what we were missing. He thought he needed to do it again. So if you are already at the top, so if your position is greater then sort bottom. That's the only time you would go up. Don't keep going up. Don't leave. We're already in space. You don't need to keep going. Yes, come down, come down, come down. Pablo's starting to annoy me. Get out of my way, Pablo. There, he's working! We got him working. Look at that. Look at him go. I'm saving that. Alright, that took long enough to get him to actually move. Should we have him... Okay, so like now he would actually need to like do something rather than just kind of like switching tracks. But I don't know how easy it would be to like give Pablo's code to him. Specifically to make him kind of like... If we did that, we'd have to get rid of Pablo, but I think it's okay. I don't mind getting rid of Pablo. Sorry, Pablo. I think you're about to get your soul transferred into this cat. Because Pablo will continue to exist, okay? I'll make sure that he'll continue to exist by going over here and getting him from here and naming him Pablo. So don't worry, he will continue to exist. He'll just be in a different level. Maybe he won't be in the grind rail level. Okay? But he's there in spirit, okay? He's there in spirit. He's gonna be up there. So now I gave his behavior to Pablo, who should... honestly doesn't need this. These exactly, anyway. We don't want him to be firing bullets out of his butt because he doesn't have anything to fire bullets from, but what I would want is, like, he would follow you and then stop above you and then, like, fire this little beam, like a tractor beam, like a UFO would. Okay, there he goes. He didn't like that very much. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you'd take such a great offense to it. He's trying to use cereal. That's why. There's a conflict going on here. We need to replace every instance of cereal. You know how many there's probably in here? There's probably at least 1,000 cereals in here. It's gonna take me 9 yearials to replace all the cereals. We're gonna just change it to value F and then I'll name it later. So there's sub 1 from this value instead. Do we have any more cereals? We do have a few more. That shouldn't be equal to 0 exactly. How has that been working if it's equal to 0? That's like the #1 thing you don't want to do. Don't set anything checking for if it's equal to 0 exactly. Especially not the buffer. Do we have... Oh, come on! There's something else is using F. Ugh, whatever. Whatever, man. Click team, yes. Yes, indeed. I just have like a custom theme on it. It's been here for a while, you can tell, because it's an old, crusty logo. Stop doing that for my other game. That logo has not been the logo for a while. Yo, why are we still like hurtling through the floor at light speed? Why is that happening? Because we're using the wrong string. We're everywhere. We're using alterable string A because we don't want it to be using that. Because... Fuck, dude! Why is everything taken? Every freaking string is taken. I'm frustrated at myself for this. It's dumb. It's okay, because I can fix it. I just need to find all the little differences between these two guys and fix them. That shouldn't be too bad. He does also not have any animations. So this is looking for a character with animations, so he's looking to do the animation weight, which he does not have. So let's go ahead and give him a weighting animation, which is as simple as just copying this over. However, he is also trying to face other directions. I don't know if he would need to turn around, but I guess we can let him turn around. Why not? Glorp can have a little bit of be able to turn the other direction as a treat. It's probably still not gonna work. If he doesn't fall through the floor immediately, though, that's progress. Never mind. He did. Okay. Is the movement the problem? Probably. It's okay if you don't do that, buddy. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do the little bobbing thing. You still... okay. Buddy, why is that happening? I said it was Click Team. It is. Okay, that was the bottom part that was the problem. Not the top part. That's okay. We are gonna have a conflict with that, so I could probably not even do that, but that's okay. That's okay. We can't do the little bobbing animation because he is going to be trying to move his Y position from the other thing. I just want him to be following me. He isn't following me. I want him to do what the other one was, like, doing. Going back and forth, so... What is your current status, my guy? What are you doing? You see me? On the left. You think you have to go left. But that's only because it told you initially that you had to go left. Yes, I am making a game. I know it says it's featuring Oatmeal. And it hasn't yet. But it will. And maybe I'm annoyed with this enemy. If your value's left, you should be doing that, and you should be setting the buffer to be that. I probably missed a value somewhere, is probably all that happened. Unfortunately. I am not sure where that would be. That's its death. We don't need to be messing with that. Thank you, Snicker. Were there any Click Team games before FNAF? Oh yeah, plenty. It's been around before then. I mean, literally anything Scott made before FNAF was still made in Click Team. Let's start from the base. Let's see, why are you not wanting to do anything? I don't remember if... No, cereal is technically value B, so that would not be the one that it's using. Set that, set that. What do you set? What do you set buffer in the first place? When wait is over. Oh, because I didn't... yeah, okay, so I kind of just immediately realized what I did. Which was, this animation loops. It can never end. It's checking to see if it ended. Which it never will. Haha. I'm so smart. Okay. So if it switches to the wait animation, maybe it will do something now. Maybe. Maybe. I don't think so. There's probably something else wrong with it. If I go to the left of you? No, you're just not seeing me at all. Nope. Nope. He doesn't see me at all. Great. Why are you not seeing me? I want you to notice me and then go the other way. If my exposition is greater than yours, then you need to come after me. Maybe this isn't going to work by just, like, ripping it off of Pablo. Maybe it's not something that's going to work right now. Maybe I need more mental processing power for this. I suppose all I want to make sure of is that he still does this, and he does, which is good. I want to make sure I didn't break that. This is probably something I need to, like, actively be, like, sitting in silence, staring at for. Figure it out. Thanks to FNAF-style gameplay, not platformers. Yeah, the fun bit about Click Team is I like a lot of the plugins. This is not a level that is actually going to be used. It's actually going to be scrapped, but I've just been using it as kind of a testing ground for, like, getting her sprites ready. So, like, you can't even land on these. I hadn't even done that yet. But she does have most things in place. I do kind of want to give her, like, a melee attack as well. And it is not in yet. I think I literally had... No, that was for Freddy. Never mind. So we're gonna be over here now. I'm gonna do something that's easier. But I need to be closer. I hope this music is not getting annoying. I can switch which music we are listening to. But I don't have any ideas. I have to keep in mind that I am showing my display so that if I want to go and mess with my Firefox, then I can't show that. But I'm gonna go on YouTube. there's songs that I want to listen to, but I don't know, like, how usable it is. I like the soundtrack from Brick Bears. I want to listen to it. However, it's not like it's got a distributor for some of the songs. It's kind of hard to like tell which ones are safe. Could be any of them. Isn't a lot of them, actually. Persona especially got me like limited monetization on that stream. I had to like cut it out. So kind of annoying on that front. I might pull up my trusty Genesis remix playlist. I love my trusty Legend of Renegade playlist. And I'm gonna skip forward in the playlist to around when the songs actually start getting good. Because the earlier ones aren't that good. I want my Mega Man music. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, it's hurting my ears. And then turn it back up for you guys. Yay! What's the style of horror where technology just works incorrectly? I don't know. What do you mean, like software gore? Honestly, I don't know what that would be.
67676767.
How do I ban one of my mods? I already made an active. I don't need another active. What I'm trying to do here, I'm actually going to move you over. Ah, jump scare. Alright, I need to cover up the Firefox tab on my other screen because I just got jump scared by a hard man showing up on my second monitor out of nowhere because of the music video. She doesn't have a tail! So we're gonna give her one. And just like how it usually works in like Sonic and stuff, that's easier to program the tail to stick to her butt 24/7. Is that too long? I'm not sure. She's kind of a small cat, really. She doesn't have that long of a tail. I don't know, how long does it take cats to get, like, big? She may just be a small cat forever, but I don't know if she's gonna, like, become large, like, standard cat size, or if she's going to be, like, a small cat forever. I'm not going to be upset with her if she happens to be a small cat forever. It would be cute. Also, I do have, like, a travesty to report in which I don't think I'm her favorite person. I think she likes my dad better than she likes me. I guess it was to be expected. He spends more time with her. I usually like to be in my room working, and she used to spend a lot of time sleeping in here, but then suddenly she just kind of didn't want to. So, oh well. It doesn't change the fact that she's coming with me when I leave, no matter what, whether she likes it or not. She's gonna learn to love me. The idea came from spotting Oatmeal's bullets passing over the borders of the screen walls. Oh. That tends to happen if I don't like, cause like, you store things out of bounds to like spawn them into the scene. And if you do not tell them to not exist at start before they're spawned, then they'll just, like, do what they're supposed to, like, off the screen, so they might fly in from the side at random. Because they're just doing what you told them to do. Okay, base shading in place. Now I need to animate it. Depends on the cat. Your big cat was always big, but we've also had runts get massive. Damn. I miss my cat too. She's dead. I miss Coco. Coco's still in this game though. I will never remove her. I would never remove my kitty. But she's one of the second batch of cats. There she is. There's Coco. We can never get rid of Coco. I also have the shirtless variant. I'm not sure which one to use. Imagine a Mega Man game on PC where the bullets fly out of the game and hit icons on your desktop. I was, at least, working on something in Havoc Bucks that has, like, similar vibes to that. Not, like, exact, but similar. I know about the game Stray. I do. Also, here's Francis. A little bit outdated because he doesn't wear the bow tie anymore. He wears a bandana. But there he is. I hope he won't also be dead before this game comes out. I don't want this game to take much longer. It's taken long enough. I want to get it out because it was never supposed to take this long anyway. The initial idea for this was literally like, I was trying to make a FNAF fan game, and I wanted to make this arcade area that had like some small games that you could play. And this was one of them. So this is the entire reason LoveQuest was started in the first place, to be like a little referential arcade game. And then it turned into its own thing. And then just kind of like blasted past its original scope to the point where it became a little difficult to manage. And so I don't want it to take any longer. It just kept getting shelved for like more important things until I just initially just like recently admitted I gotta do something else. Like this game's taking too long. I need to turn it into something else because its original vision just kind of doesn't work anymore. So it's becoming, the current working name for it, which may or may not change, is Oatmeal Odyssey. I think it works better as like a game for my audience anyway, because that way I don't have to worry if something fits. I can do as many silly little references as I want. And kind of like, I like to build the universe of my channel, if that makes sense. I like to build up the characters and like some story involving them as if it's like its own little show. And I want this to kind of tie into that. It's like a semi-origin story sort of thing. Oatmeal's adventure to obtain one big oat. I can't wait for dual overraid. You know, I've been working on a cosplay. Like, while my dad's been sick in the basement watching random movies on Netflix, I've been over in the corner painting, getting myself absolutely slathered in paint, working on some Robot Master armor, which I'm really excited. It's like basically done. It is hard. to do a Mega Man character. That's probably why I don't see anyone ever do it. I've been like looking out of curiosity, like who's done this, and like not many people have. And I mean like not the classic series. Like people do Mega Man X more often than they do like classic, it feels like. And I think the reason for that is because a lot of people don't have the right body type to cosplay classic characters because they're all like relatively small. Unless you want to be like Concrete Man or some shit. Like, just saying this is like kind of statistics that generally more Mega Man fans are like tall men. Like, larger full-grown men because like they'll have grown up with that when they were a little boy. Of course, there's not no female Mega Man fans. And I myself am a NB Mega Man fan. But like, more people have the body type to cosplay the taller Reploids rather than like the, 4 foot tall dwarven robot masters. But I do, cause I'm a freaking, like, I'm not very tall. We'll say that. We'll just say that. I'm not a gnome. Shut up. Ugh. Sony, I've been working on one of those. I wanted to wear it to a convention, like, really soon, but it doesn't seem like I will have anyone to go with me, so I honestly don't think it's gonna happen. Because my visibility would be relatively limited. And I'd be a little nervous. Because that con is actually kind of one of the bigger ones, and it'd be decently crowded. So my theory is that when I was looking at cosplays to see if anyone else had done anything, I saw when Mega Man 11 was coming out. I don't know why I said it like that. When Mega Man 11 was like about to come out, they had a booth at PAX West with like a statue of Mega Man and Rush, and they had people coming by with like their cosplays and they would post them on Twitter, and I was like, oh my god, what if they're at PAX West this year for Dual Override? And I'm like, I'm a little paranoid about flying with a cosplay. I don't want them to like lose it. I've always had this irrational fear of my luggage getting lost. But if I can get over that, I want to try and bring it out for that if they have a booth there. If I can even make it to PAX West. Sigh. I have no idea if that's gonna happen either. Hopefully. And it's like, do I feel like trying to walk around in that at PAX West? It takes one person to push me over and it's over. But I think it looks great. I am forever indebted to the guy from Etsy that I ordered like the leg parts from and the buster. I was like, dude, I can't fucking build this. I'm so bad. And I tried to make the arm by myself. I'm not sure how well it went. I might have to redo it. I need to like learn how to use the papercraft program everybody uses to like make foam patterns for EVA foam. Cause I think just like freeballing it is not working out. It does not shoot actual lasers. Oh my god. Now I think somehow I don't think I'd be allowed to bring that into a con hall. Just a theory. Ooh, but I don't have that much more to finish on it. So I'd probably take pictures and stuff in it at least when I finish it, even if I don't get to wear it to a con right away. I don't know what else to do in it. I don't know if I could like stream in it or something. sit here like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, hey guys, I'm on face cam. I'm probably not even looking the right way because I can barely see you, but hello. If they allow furries, they'll allow lasers? Furries are not a weapon. A furry touching someone does not automatically, like, hurt or murder them. Unless you're that one guy from that one convention who got jumped by, like, a pink dragon furry. Unless you're him. Streaming that cosplay. I thought about it. I might just have to forego the helmet, but I don't know if that would just completely ruin it though. Maybe next fest. I don't know if it makes sense if you're streaming as a character who has nothing to do with the festival, but
Maybe.
me trying to play Crossworlds with one hand because my other hand is a gun. I mean, it would be a unique challenge stream, wouldn't it? Or a stream where I do nothing but fail captchas because ha ha ha, overused joke. Do you want to stream the Aural Festival and Mega Man cosplay? Fucking maybe. I don't know. I've started feeling like I should play these festivals on my laptop instead of my computer. I do better when I play on my laptop, and I think it's because the OLED display makes it easier for me to see, like, walls and stuff. Like, with sharper definition. And also, I need to make sure my laptop doesn't just, like, fizzle out and die because I don't use it. Because admittedly, like, I kind of haven't been, like, going out to work at cafes or anything for a while. Not since college. So the laptop doesn't get much use besides when I need to use it to play a game my PC can't run. Like, Secret of the Mimic. Yeah, you can get your alt account. I mean, weren't you on your alt account this last one? Ruffles was like, dude, what do you even use your laptop for? I mean like that, like running games I can't run normally, or like if I want to go and work somewhere else that is not home, then I will use it for that. But that isn't that often, so I need to, like, do more of that. You know? Having it is useful. I just need to make sure to take care of it. Not just let it, like, sit there and rot, basically. Cost a lot of money for that. I should boot it up today. Not sure what I'm gonna do on it. I should do something. Maybe I'll race. I don't know. I dropped my controller. I hope I didn't break it. I have no idea if I broke it or not. Ruffles gets annoyed in Crossworlds. However, he was better than I expected him to be. I hope he doesn't hear that and get mad at me. I start to feel like I am, like, worse than literally everyone I know at this game, which annoys me, because I want to be very good at the game, and I am seemingly not. But also performance seems to be incredibly variable depending on what system I'm using. So I don't know. I just want to be good at video games, man. I want to feel confident when I enter a race. Alright, so you got the strobe tail. Ruffles, am very angry. Oh, I'm sure you are, Ruffles. I'm sure you are. Just positively fuming. You look like a little dancing worm. It's kind of been beat with the song, actually. Never mind, no, it's not. Let's go ahead and get to the right color. There's our little worm. There's like a little hitch here. It's too curved when you get to this point. It needs to be less curved. A lot of this music I feel like would be really good to like exercise to. It's got a nice bounce to it. Well, I've begun playing all the festivals. But like, I mean, I just don't have, I guess I don't really have the time to become like some kind of incredible sweat. But I want to be good enough that I can like not look like a loser. I mean, I guess, to be honest, it's probably the fault of Shootout. I did infinitely better the second that mode ended. Just forget. And I cannot be the only one that despises the Shootout mode. It's so miserable. That's, We may not even need this last frame. I'm not sure. Because I was like, damn, I'm doing horrible. Where did all my skill go? And then it's like, Shootout ends and I immediately start doing better. It's like, oh, okay. Alright, well, you're indirectly calling me a loser. Wow, can't believe you. Don't worry, I was a loser too when I first started. Backhanded compliment as. We'll see if I invite you to the next one. That's better. That's a lot better. Shoot, it is very luck-based. I've started wearing the survival build. At this point, it's just like quick recovery and, I don't know, other stuff. Honestly, when it comes to Shootout, maybe quick recovery and less is more. That's like the most like, oh my god, get me out of here gadget plate I could ever come up with. Now, I haven't tried it, but that's just like, that's a theory. When I was really new to the game, I had the idea of the social distancing build, which was basically like, I think it was like Spindrift and something else, like Spindrift and quick recovery or something like that. Something where it was like, get the hell away from me. Collision boost. It was spin drift and collision boost. I feel like it's a nightmare build for actually being able to control your cart. But hey, I'm allowed to use whatever gadgets I want. Thank you very much. I'll do what I want. And if it doesn't work, then I'll stop using it. But also spin drift is annoying. What time is it? Okay. A social distancing build makes me think of the pool noodle someone made. What pool noodle? What did they do with it? You're gonna kill me? If you kill me, then I can't become good at the game. So that seems a little counterproductive, doesn't it? You can't kill me. Normally, checking the time because, like, if it's, if my mother's plane drops out of the sky at 6:20. Bye, Dempsey. Then I need to leave at 6 p.m. And that by that logic, I should stop in an hour to have time to get ready to leave. That is logic, yes. That's if my dad doesn't come in here and, like, yell at me to leave sooner because he just, like, knows everything. I mean, like, technically, if my mother's plane drops, like, 6:20, you'd think, okay, be there, like, leave earlier if it's, like, 40 minutes away, but maybe. But I also know she's gonna be, like, waiting for baggage and shit. I don't want to be sitting around in the parking lot forever. Maybe I'll leave it like 5:50. I will get grief on my way out. Well, you're gonna be late. You know it's rude to make people wait. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to be the one waiting. Shut up. But I guess I also have to consider the fact that there might be old ladies on the road. Or... well, I guess it's Sunday. There wouldn't be rush hour traffic. But I should consider that. So I guess I'll stop. I'll stop in an hour-ish. I'll say 5:20. Yeah, so 50 minutes. This is logical. Mother's... oh, it is! It is Mother's Day. I forgot. I usually forget. I mean, to a certain point, I'm not like... it's not like I hate my mother, but I don't feel super indebted to her. So... dude, I love the fact this guy just put like a bunch of screaming in the song, like... was it necessary? Some guy getting his balls crushed in between every measure. You are a W, son, I guess. That feels cringe to say. But yeah, I don't... Cause, like... oftentimes, you ever just, like... You know your parents, they love you and everything, but like, being around them, you know, sometimes it's just stressful. You just don't see eye to eye very often, if at all. There goes Testicle Crusher. Alright. And, you know, them just ignoring that you... Just straight up being like... Well, I could say one, we certainly don't agree politically, and often they will just badmouth, my views. And me and my sister's views, like, right in front of us, like, then these freaking liberals will like, okay, hi, liberal here. liberal. liberal. That meme should have stuck around longer. I liked the remixes. But unfortunately, that is how it is. Like I mentioned on Twitter that when I was like totally sedated in the hospital, like I sort of remember when I told the nurses my name was Roxanne. And I mean, I specifically remember the feeling of in my head. I was like, wow, oh my god, I can finally, like, I'm finally around people who are accepting me going by a different name. And I know I told them my preferred pronouns and everything. Like, usually I don't get super aggressive about it because people don't care or ever bother to use them, so I just kind of accepted that and got used to it. But then when I was there, I was like, oh, these people are so accepting. And then, like, my parents get in and they're like, so you know we're not gonna, like, use this, right? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, we're not... The nurses told us you wanted to go by Roxy, but so that, you know, everyone was confused, so that's why your wristband says something like Charlie, Whiskey, Jane Doe, or whatever. And they're like, you know, we're not gonna call you that, right? And I was like, yeah. I did actually try to go by Roxy for a bit, but I kind of just quickly determined that I didn't really like it. The quest for a name that I like in real life continues. So I don't really use my real name. I prefer not to. I don't really like it. Like, for jobs and shit, I have to use it. But I don't really identify even as that person anymore. So, yeah. I mean, it's just, like, complicated. My real name is not Joel. Shut up. Bleedstones! Was that even him? No, that wasn't even him. Never mind. Windows is in danger! My system crashed. But I had an antivirus. Antivirus is not enough. You need Protogent. Sure it was. Varg Skeletor, Granddad, Flintstones. I mixed them up. You know, they don't even sound that similar, but you just... The bits are too similar. And then you're like, who the fuck did that? I've actually had a look, Gary, there I am moment in a Joel stream because I worked on a game that he played, specifically Sticky Paws. That sounds awful, so don't get the wrong impression, but it's a little platforming game made by Yonil, who I actually am friends with. So I worked on Shonil's game, and that was Sticky Paws, and I think you should play it because it's actually kind of a fun game. And you can play the second playable character, which has the voice acting of little baby 17-year-old Dusky. And a little bit of music from little baby 17-year-old Dusky. But also, Yonil is a girl now. So let's respect her pronouns. Not that anyone didn't, but I think most people would probably still be under the wrong impression given the meme. Where can I listen to it? Play the game. Dusky has come a long way. Yeah, a really long way, honestly. There are some people who know my forbidden origins. Those people know better than to talk about it. Honestly, like, I don't even know how I would begin to explain my horrible origins. I was born from evil. One of my editors knows, cause she actually was like, yeah, so is it like, I remember you from DeviantArt cause I bought one of your adoptables. And boy, is it a little, like, boy, is it weird to see your adoptable and, like, what somebody did with them, like, years after you stopped even thinking about it. Even that out a little bit. Okay. And put the hotspot on the base. The hitbox would probably also not be this large. I mean, it's not like the tail would even be really colliding with anything, but still. Just kind of mess with the values for a while. Never entirely understood adoptables. Like, what do you get when you buy one exactly? Guess you're buying an OC? Yeah. Yeah, basically you're just buying an OC. The thing is, though, there's like kind of tiers to adoptables. Sort of. I'm no expert, but like, you've got the, you've got species ones. Okay, this is not the best method that I should have been using here. You've got species adoptables, which I feel like I see less of a point of, because you can't really use that character in anything like monetized. Not that I only want to make money, but if you wanted to use them in a game or something, it kind of locks you out of that because this character's species is like not yours. There's some really big ones. I don't remember like any besides, I think Cinedogs was one. Some of my characters were adoptables. And I understand, and the reason I bought them because it was like, I really liked the character design. And when it's just an OC that you will own all the rights to, because it's not like part of a closed species, quote unquote, which I really never understood the appeal of those. They're just to flex your richness because they go for so much money. But when you really like the design of a character, and you're like, I want that character, I understand buying one. And honestly, like, there are a few of my characters that were, like, species adoptables that are just so old that the original concept or artist is just, like, gone now. Not dead or anything, but just, like, to the point where no one would pursue any sort of like, hey, you can't monetize that, so I've been putting them in light situations where they're an original property, but not the main focus of said property. There we go. When I was young, I also wanted to try and make bank off adoptables, but it is difficult to really establish yourself because the community is very saturated. Because that's what everyone wants to do, right? Like, if you can make money off of just making OCs, why not, right? Seems lucrative. I didn't ever get that far with it, though. Probably because mine sucked. But also, most of the appealing ideas are already taken. And there's not too much you can do without being seen as, like, a copy of somebody else's thing. Because, like, if you make a dog, you might get accused of copying the Cinedogs. Or like there might be a popular fox one, or maybe there's a popular cat one, and now you just basically can't make a cat one, or everyone's gonna think you copied the cat one. Thank you! Don. I'm not being hard on myself. I'm saying legitimately my adoptables were bad. It's not like I haven't improved at all. I have. Okay, let's glue it to her ass now. But there is a charm. There was a charm about growing up, spending your teen years on DeviantArt. That's something that I just don't think young artists are going to get now. That culture's kind of gone. That whole, like, the mid-2010s LOLXD random deal that we were all totally enveloped in. It kind of makes me think of how, like, people in the early 2000s had MySpace. Where that's not something I ever had, but I think the DeviantArt teens were growing up in a similar sphere because the HTML customizable pages were also a thing on there. And it was always something I wanted to do, but I could never figure it out. Okay, now I need to figure out run the game over and over again until it's in the right spot. Sure, DeviantArt could be a cesspool, but like, if you were in your own little community, it was fine. To a degree. I mean, obviously there's gonna be bad... Who died? There's gonna be bad people in any community. Or just weirdness that people are... Like, if you're a part of the weird community, then you're around people who think the same as you, so it's not a big deal, but like, if you're looking in from the outside, you're like, these people are freaks, then like, maybe it does seem like a cesspool. Hello, blues. That's a little fast. Yeah, DeviantArt's no oatmeal. That's not good. We don't want it coming out of the front. Alright. Put it in the back, and then switch it depending on direction. So... it's been ruined now. The AI has just completely ruined DeviantArt. And I miss how it used to be. It started going downhill when they started forcing Eclipse on everyone. Now they're running out of money, and every time I go to, like, look at the website to just, like, check on the few people I'm still watching, it's, like, harassing me about, well, you could get premium for this much. Well, you can get core. You sure you don't want, like, just like Twitter does, where it's like, I'll go on there and I'll go to the homepage and suddenly there's like a thing that covers my whole screen that's like, don't miss out on your 50% discount on premium. And I'm like, you know, I think I'm good actually. You could get a 50% off to get bullied for an entire year for having a check mark next to your name. Ain't that exciting? So you want to tell it to disappear, specifically when certain animations are playing. Which would... well, okay, that actually would not be exactly what I'd tell it to do. Just to have a different position when walking is playing. So... it would be easier if I just did the reverse. It's easier to tell it when it should, and as opposed to when it shouldn't. This is the bit of a tedious part of doing something like this, where you have to, like, adjust the position per animation. Yeah, there she goes. Let's change the speed of the animation. To 70. And then when she's running, though, we make it faster. Just a little bit faster. I stopped posting on DeviantArt probably in like the early 2020s or so. And a lot of the reason for it I kind of kept posting around, like, after I quit the main community I was in, because I didn't like the kinds of requests I was getting. So I dipped, because I was getting weird people asking me to draw things they shouldn't have been asking a minor to draw. So, I mean, I didn't even draw them. I was like, no, I don't like this. I'm leaving. Bye. And I quit the whole community. And I don't regret it. I think it would have just held me back in the modern day anyway. Whoops. I'm leaving it behind when I fall. I don't need that anyway. Woo. Because I wanted to make games and stuff, and I didn't want that to be following me forever. So I left it behind. Oh, Cereal, I don't think I should say it on stream. There was this one specific person that was particularly bad about it. Just an unabashed freak, basically. There were certainly some characters on there. Be the same up and down. I'm not. No, I don't want to say it on stream. So, what I could do for the tail when jumping and falling is make it, like, look different. Like, go up and down. But I mean, like, do we need to? Is it that important? I'm not, like, that bothered about it. You can make a decent guess. I won't confirm anything. It's not like I don't still talk to some people from there, though. Most of my friends were very normal and nice people. Though it is a bit fun to think about how most of my... I met, like, a lot of people after I left who ended up being kind of shit. I met more people after I left that ended up being shit than I met while I was there that ended up being shit. There was one guy, though, who was like, he wanted me to make pages for his webcomic for free, and when I said, I'm tired of it, he said, well, I mean, no offense, but I'm just not sure you can make anything original on your own. And I was like, alright, damn, okay. You won't be like that, huh? And then I did make plenty of things original on my own, so it shows how little he knew. I don't even know what happened to him. Probably not much. Probably just stopped posting after a while. A lot of people did. I don't know what happened to some of my friends. Some people just disappeared. Such is how early internet works. There's some people I would have loved to keep in contact with, but they just, like, nuked and just, like, disappeared. Forever. Never to be seen again. You can't help but wonder. Like, if you had somebody who just turned out to be awful and you ended things with them and you haven't thought about them in forever, it's different. But then, like, if you were actually, like, good friends with someone and you're like, where the hell did they go? I wish I could have still talked to them. You can't help but wonder. Like, what happened? What happened to her? It's a mystery. I was able to at least confirm that somebody was still alive. Recently, I like looked at her page and she had like updated it to say I don't post here anymore. So it's like, alright, well at least she didn't go off and like die, but I don't know what did happen. And I don't know where she is now. So I guess not everybody was like me where they're like, here's where you can find me now, but I don't post here anymore. Because that's what I put on my page. I was like, I don't post here anymore. I tried to keep posting, but I had nothing to post. Because I just don't draw as often anymore. I mostly just draw, like, video assets or game assets that don't really work as, like, individual art pieces on their own. So I've ended up with not much material, so I just kind of stopped using my page. Would never want to be an awful person because if they found out about it, I would feel horrible. I mean, I feel like awful people don't think they're awful people. I could tell you about one guy. God, this guy. So I used to be friends with this dude who was like such a massive prick, honestly. I always felt like he was a massive egotist. I kept trying to control what I would add to my game, like, telling me, like, well, this feature is shit, so you should do this instead. Or, like, this art is bad, how about you do this? Or, you need to have a triple jump. He was, like, anal about trying to get me to add a triple jump to Havoc Fox. I was like, no. What use would that serve? But he had this, like, podcast where he'd invite developers on to talk about their games and stuff. He wouldn't be anyone you would have heard of. Because this never grew. And I could talk bad about it. Because honestly, I was naive and didn't really catch on sooner. But he was a massive flaming racist. Like, I was weirded out when he asked me to test one of his games, and the boss was like a turban-wearing individual who was trying to commit certain acts of value of terror on the fictional world and attacked with, like, I think he threw giant pizzas at you? I don't remember. And I was like, that's a little bit of a weird choice for a boss. But maybe there's an inside joke I'm not getting. And I didn't say anything about it. But then, like, a year or so later, he went on, like, a total insane rant against, So basically, I think this was, like, at the heat of the Black Lives Matter stuff. Where he just... Galaxy Girl posted a tweet where they were like, we support BLM, basically. And he just went off in the quote tweets. Got himself banned from the server, got himself banned from Sonic Amateur Games Expo, like, all in the same day. And then, like, a year later, tried to come and start stalking me and saying that I got him banned because I had, like, some group of people that didn't like him and I must have, like, went and told him, he was mad at me for getting him banned from Sage, which I didn't do. I didn't do anything in that regard. But he was like, and I bet you and your group of cronies got me banned. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just because you're a horrible person. Like, dude, I was sick of your shit anyway. Like, I'm not so sad that you're not around anymore. Like, honestly, we could have done without you. He still makes games. Sometimes I go and look. He has me blocked, but, you know, the one time Elon decided to make it so you've blocked people can still look at your posts. Haha. But he's not the worst person I've dealt with. Because the worst person I think I have dealt with was someone I was friends with for several years before anything happened. we met because of our mutual love for Freedom Planet. It is a little worrying to me that it seems like a lot of the strange people I've met have been because of that game. But it was normal for a while. As normal as it could be, anyway. Until he got a crush on me. And I told him, hey man, no. Because I think at the time I had a boyfriend. And I said no. And he was like, okay, but can I tell you that I love you sometimes to just like get it out of my head? And of course, me being the naive idiot I was, I said okay. That didn't help. That just made him even more parasocial. But here's where it gets wild. He's also was like a major religious freak. And I mean, no hate on people who are religious. Like I myself, I'm a bit religious. But this was something else. Because he never dropped it. And he was convinced that I was just like running away from my feelings. And thank God the friend he was talking about this to was like also super put off and came to me and he was like, hey, so and I don't really even care to say that his name, like Jeremy's been saying some weird shit about you in our DMs. And I'm like, oh, do tell. And it comes out about it. He hasn't, mind you, this guy hasn't been saying anything about this to me. He's been acting like usual. But in those other DMs, he's like, so real name has been like, I know what they're thinking. And I know God's been telling me it's soon to come. So I've developed this plan. The funniest part, he's like, I've been getting these headaches and I know they're so strong because they love me so much. And they're just running from their feelings. You know, this was before I figured out I was non-binary, so it's all like, I know she really loves me, and the headaches from God are like an inside joke, with my closer friends. Because of this guy, like, oh my God, God's giving me a headache! Because I feel so strongly about this. But it culminated. This was around when I was in like my first year of college. So he says, I'm gonna commission her to draw my character, which was this cat with like the biggest hips known to man, with really, really specific bodily proportions. And he was like, she's gonna have to work so closely with me during this. And it's final season, so that must be stressful. So she'll eventually have a breakdown where she'll be forced to admit to her rawest mental state and feelings. And that's when she'll finally admit what she really feels. Because I knew when she told me she went lesbian, I knew she was lying. Like, basically. Because, like, I told him, like, dude, I'm gay. It's not gonna happen. And he that's literally the way he phrased it, as went lesbian, in quotes. And he thought that was entirely for me to try and get away from him. That I was like running away from it. He literally was typing out entire conversations that I supposedly had with God. Like literally whole ass roleplay sessions in his head of what I was supposedly like. He was like, I can hear them talking right now. I can hear her talking with God right now. And it was like, real name. You know that you two are the couple I have been trying to put together. You two could spread my word to the entire world. I just need you to accept that he's the right one for you. And then I would say, in return, I would say, no, I know who I am. fuck you if you're making me run from who I truly am. And he's like, you know this isn't who you truly are. You need to admit the truth to yourself. It's like, this isn't even exaggerated. This isn't even Event. You're here right now, right? Do you still have the screenshots? Because I could literally read them off. Because I wouldn't be able to find them off, like, the top of my gourd. But if you've still got them, then I would not be opposed to doing a little bit of a live read here. This feels really personal. This was all in screenshots that his concerned friend was sending me of what he was saying about me. Because literally, like, he wasn't saying any of this to me. I had no idea. I would have had no idea that he was trying to manipulate me into having a mental breakdown. If he hadn't done it. Because, like, he planned to confess for the last time. Once I had my supposed mental breakdown. And I probably would not have been so aggressive with him if I hadn't known. But, like, I knew, so when he did, I just went the fuck off on him. I was like, how dare you try and, like, use me, manipulate me, basically groom me into loving you by purposefully degrading my mental state. I can't. You are probably the most deranged individual I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. And I want nothing to do with you ever again. And I think I, like, blocked him everywhere. And, like, I think there was, like, a really... he posted on his Twitter later, like, so this is the worst day ever. Like, I don't know how to feel. This could not be more tragic. And I knew what it was about. But I was like, I mean, thank God I knew what was actually going on. Because I don't know. It could have gotten worse if I hadn't known. Let me check. No, Event, you have to come back and give me the receipts! Give me the receipts! Come on. Or I have to go look for them myself. Sigh. I gotta search my other server. Let's see. Event! We need the Jeremy files. I don't have the screenshots on hand. We need the Headaches from God Jeremy files. Please. But you can search for them. I'll pay you in nothing. Please. This is probably gonna look bad. I have a feeling this is gonna look really bad. I'm going to remove this last frame. Looks bad. No. Oh crap, that's the mod. That's... I'm showing my fucking... whatever. I don't think I doxed anything insane. Doxing my fucking mod shit. Except it's just a cat gif, so... I'm sure it's hopefully fine. Whoops, now you can tell that we send cat gifs in the mod chat. I'm done. I'm done. I'm canceled. Everyone's gonna cancel me. Alright. Wait, I need to put this on my second monitor. Alright, there we go. Okay, the search is on. Why didn't I make everyone mod? Sorry. I know I should have. It's almost time for me to have to go to the airport. The only other thing there was like me looking in the mod chat in my other server, which was literally just Austin in there saying, I haven't brumbied yet this year. So, I suppose we're okay. So, man, there's like... There's that guy, there's the other guy. There's other situations which are like a little more private, which I can't really talk about on stream, because I don't want the people they're about to like notice. Because it's possible that they could notice. These are still people who, while I don't talk to them, could potentially notice something was going on. I'm trying to... I'm gonna just directly skip that frame. It goes directly up like this. And even though the canvas size is different, if the hotspot's the same, it should work. Yeah. I like how geeked up your model looks sometimes. What do you mean by that? What is geeked up? I'm confused. I don't understand the young people sometimes. You lot confuse me. I'm hungry. Maybe on the way to the airport I should get some fries or something. I am such a healthy eater. I eat fries. You look high. Thanks. I like to think of it more as a smug expression. So I guess I didn't actually end up doing any full art this stream, even though I tagged the stream as art. My bad! I intended to. Do you know what an invincible wobbly edit is? Unfortunately, yes, I do. I do. I've seen them. Oh, that's an interesting trend, that's for sure. Ooh, okay. I think... we have a few screenshots, but I don't have, like... With the screenshots, I could probably find... There were more... It just says, it's us talking about him. That is, like, way too... small. It says... Okay, what he said was... Okay, I'm just going to say it, but whenever something huge or conflicting spiritually comes up, I get some really nasty headaches from it. Right now, it's associated with a very loud actually a tad obnoxiously repetitive "she loves you" statement, which if it keeps up, I'll have to check if it's him, capital H, so he's referring to God. Flippin' splitting headache, though. Most stuff from them seems to be removed. Wonder if I ever... Yeah, I don't remember who sent me these, so we may not have a lot of them. Unless I sent them to Austin. I might have. I'm doing a quick search. No. Nope, let me do a quick search in the mod chat for headaches. There's one. Oh, I found some. Oh, this is a lot, actually. Hell, I could show you the commission. I think I still have it. He was annoyed because I didn't get that stressed out about it, because literally, freshman year finals are like piss easy. I was not stressed. It's, scroll up a little further. Oh no, that was someone else we were having an issue with. I don't want to get mad at him on stream. I think he improved and became a better person. So, wow, some people can do it. Yeah, there it was. Okay. Yeah, okay, here it is. He says, well, I sensed was something... Oh no, well, what I sensed was something small enough that if I were in her shoes, I'd definitely discard it. That could quickly grow into something if she were to talk enough and enjoy the conversation. Which, that does fit in with how this comm works. Takes a little bit of extra work. But if she knows, it's pretty obvious why she wouldn't say anything. One doesn't just flip around on a 180, it's seemingly at random. Typically something causes that. I'm prepared for it to be gradual. And when he says flip around on a 180, he's talking about me being gay. And like telling him this, because like on the second confession, I said, dude, I'm a lesbian. And he thought it was like, just like a snap, like right then, that's when I decided. But I had literally been considering it for a long time beforehand. Like, I don't owe him that explanation. He's like, in the off chance I'm wrong about that, it's more likely simultaneous. Which I don't know what the context for that was. But it seems like he's been telling me that I need to be at my best for this. I can... look through there. There's another one. Says, I finished the comm. I post the comm on Twitter. And he says, he's like waiting. And he's like, still nothing from her yet. But from what I heard earlier, it gives me some hope. Actually, not just some, a lot. And the guy says, well, update if she says anything. And he's like, I will. Something tells me it's soon. And then the fucking picture from Tomodachi Life where it says, I'll give you a hard-boiled egg if you go out with me. We're just pissing on him in the chat. Oh my god, here's like 5 screenshots. Okay. Alright, I got you. I can ignore the physics of movement, but where it sits is what's important. I think that had something to do with someone's ass. Again, I can pray about it too. If he wants me to take it to a certain path, he'll definitely guide me there. I should warn you, I guess. He's been leading me to her still and has actually pushed me to ask her side to her face. I already asked yesterday. Real name, that is, by the way. And they're like, huh? And he's like, Dusky. And he's like, oh. And then the guy is like, this is not healthy, dude, and posts like a whole paragraph. Like, at this point, it seems less like God talking and you trying to hold on to a love for her that she does not seem to reciprocate. It's been a good 3 years and she hasn't said a thing. Seems she's either afraid to hurt your feelings or afraid of you. But other than that, she's also said she was gay before. And then he's like, my only question is, why is it that anyone who takes the time to ask God about it seeming to get the same final end result as what's going to happen? I don't think you asked. You asked about the other thing, but not what's coming. If you don't get the same answer, I'm inclined to believe you, because it calls doubt into both me and the mentor figure. However, it comes with a major severe cost. It could potentially rip me from the faith, and not because I feel lied to, but because I feel like I'd failed too horribly to come to him. The only other alternative is a reaffirmation of where I pretty firmly understand where I stand. And he says, and this isn't just about me and her, this is about what he's doing. Falls right in line with what I know he wants me to do, which is trust that he has this. He's not indicating any chance of failure. You want to know what I've gathered from what he's told and shown me? For whatever reason, she's important to his plan. I don't know what exactly he plans on using her for, but she's a crucial part of whatever's coming in the next few decades. In the next few decades! Bro, I don't know, but all you have to do is take one long look at the news these days and you can tell things are going to shit pretty fast. But there's something else, too. I've paid close attention to certain details about myself and her. I've noticed something that is a very powerful combination if he's putting me and her together for this. She attracts people to herself, perhaps intentionally, perhaps not, but either way, she's good at it. Charisma. However, I'm very strong in view and very prone to chase after what he's got to say, studying elements of theology and biblical morality to a fault if necessary. Put that together and you have a very potent utensil for whoever's driving it. Whatever voice is being relayed by her, it would seem people are bound to listen and back her up. Is that you guys? You gonna back me up? You gonna listen and back me up? I don't have any clue why he'd put me in this position. But from what I could see, this is what he's doing. I haven't heard anything from him to challenge it either. He'd have corrected me by now. Bro is scared of you. God is scared of you. Let's see. He's the one who's been leading me through things to help strengthen my faith. He's also the one who's been helping confirmed things, including that she'd be with me even as far back as months ago. Around the time she mentioned she went lesbian. I'll be honest, that hurt like hell when I first saw it. I thought that was it. And the guy's like, isn't your dad the pastor of the church you go to? Haven't you? And the guy's like, haven't you asked him to pray about it? As the pastor of the church, shouldn't he be someone you go to? And then the guy says, he should be, but I haven't because he has the same concerns as you. His dad's like, bro, you're crazy. He says, I'm waiting until she's actually said the words to take it to my parents again. My music stopped and I didn't even notice. We gotta have some like, oh yeah, boss theme. That fits. Dude, I'm looking for the freaking. I don't see the list of like him saying the conversation. I don't see those. The final screenshot I have before he actually came to me with this and I blocked him. It says, she's already told me she'll be working on getting it right with me through previews and work in progresses, which should get your attention. He's talking about the commission, especially knowing that there's that breakdown coming. And the guy says, I see that as being a good business person. But he says, oh, we know. I've already asked her how she feels. She hasn't given a solid answer. This is all in a list, by the way. The other guy seems to feel that that's her processing what's going on. She'll be working closely with me on the commission. Something about reciprocation is coming. Working on a character so in-depth, especially one that's awkward to draw, requires working together closely, and this is bolded. And mind you, it's because the character has a giant ass. That's the entire, like, detail he keeps talking about. 7. With a breakdown coming, the above should hint at something, and I would like you to guess what that something is. And he says, a conclusion? And he's like, well, basically, the implication here is, I think that breakdown may partially be caused by grades, since she can't do it now because of a project. Yeah, that's groovy as hell. Oh, wait, I think I found the conversation. Oh! I found the roleplay! I found the roleplay! Okay. He says, I'm not gonna say this poor person's name that he's dragged into this. Someone may have confirmed through discernment scrolling her Twitter. You know what, at this point, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game file. We've lost the plot. We've lost the plot. You get the idea. I'll show you the commission too, like, okay. Whoops, oh, that's my desktop, forgot I was streaming that. That's okay. Failed to connect to the Stream Deck application. It never truly connects, does it? I've got it somewhere in my freaking folder. Would be in art, commissions, old. Okay, what would it have been called? I didn't remember what it was probably called. I might have deleted it. It's missing. I don't see it in here. 2024? Oh, there it is. It's in the wrong folder. Thought this was a game stream. How did we end up here? I don't know, man. Anyway, here's the commission. That's just her face. She looks alright, face-wise. There's the ass! This is a hideous character design. Actually, in the modern day, let's get rid of her. I hate her. He was complaining on Twitter because his other Christian friends were uncomfortable from his character designs as well. Apparently. He was upset that no one liked his characters. I was like, dude, I think I know why no one likes your characters, dude. Alright, so he says, I realized something. She never mentioned being lesbian until after I had told her I loved her. If it was immediately after the breakup, she'd have told me then. Her behavior is absolute confirmation. I can actually look at my main monitor now. This is the biggest part of it. This is it. And then he, like, screenshots what looks like a text message where he outlines what I'm, like, the conversation I'm having with God. So I'm gonna try to... what if... No, never mind. This is gonna be that would be a pain in the ass to type. I wanted to, like, have Oatmeal read God's parts, but no. So this is God. He needs you to be there. I want you to say something. And then I say, no, not if you're gonna get like this. Screw him if you're pushing me to run from who I am. And then God says, name, you're either doing this now, painlessly, loving him and with full earnest, or I'm going to rip into what it's got its hold on you. You yourself, the you you've denied.
God had nothing to do with this. This is the work of demons.
This is the work of, lack of medication. You yourself, the you you've denied, knows that I am going to put him in a great position. I need you to be alongside him. His motivation is you. I love you, and I don't want to hurt you like this, but he needs you so much. He's cried out so many nights. He's held back so many times. He struggles with me because he's so focused on getting to you. Now he's forced to sit... I had to scroll. Where did I leave off? He's forced to sit and wait, and I promised him that I wouldn't have him live that again. Name, you're facing a situation you can't run from. Make your decision or lose your pride. You don't have an option. And something about writhing. Okay. I think these are out of order. No, this was after. Okay. So, he pushed... This is no longer the roleplay. He pushed me to tell her again, and I did. But I need you to promise you don't repeat the next bit to anyone else unless I give explicit permission. Well, he broke that rule. Negative response. However, I'm encouraged by this. Was initially shaken up, but I'm actually surprisingly calm and feeling like he's up to something. This is peace beyond anything I'd expect here. I just felt/heard something that was like her fighting with him. I have yet to see it come to fruition, but the morning should bring answers. But I can't shake something I heard during that. Quote, I want to see you writhe. And you is capitalized, so this is implying that I said that to God. That I want to see you writhe. Which is admittedly kind of metal. Then he's like, if that conversation was real, then he's bringing her to her knees tonight. Okay, I don't know you like that. That won't be easy for her. And then that's the end of that screenshot. And then that's where it stops. Because that's where I drop the paragraph on him where I'm like, dude, like, absolutely fuck you 6 ways from Sunday, ironically. So... I think he confessed to me, and then I said no, and then he ignored it. And I said, look, I saw you talking in the server. And then he comes back like, I'm sorry, I haven't said anything. I don't know how to say it because I didn't want to sound insane or something. Please don't be mad at me, please. I've been trying to talk more with God and re-strengthen my faith. And he keeps telling me to say this when I pray. I'm gonna be really honest, quite a few of these times I wouldn't say anything except he's said to. I'm sorry, I'm just going by faith. He knows what he's doing, and for whatever reason, this is where he's taken me. I'm sorry, please don't hate me. I don't want to feel like I did before. This is just in response to me saying no. And then, like, through that whole thing, like, I hadn't told him I had an informant yet. And that's where I told him after that message. I was like, it looks like it said... I said, oh, there's so much fucking more than that. You think nobody was telling me all the shit you said behind the scenes? That I'd have a breakdown and confess my undying love to you after telling God I'd love to see him writhe? Said, I'm not gonna go on and on. Just know that you'd better not do anything like this ever again to anyone else, or so help me God, you are going to get it. Don't ever try to talk to me again. So yeah, that's the saga. I think when I was having headaches, like, in late 2024, I think the joke came up multiple times that it was God. It was not God. But, well, that was that. Certainly something. Sorry we got so sidetracked. Like, I just thought of that. I was like, oh my god, right, I have those receipts. I have the receipts and they're really funny. So I hope you enjoyed that. But, man, I don't know if I made enough progress on that. I'll probably do another one at some point later on where I would draw some of the actual, like, cat pictures, because I meant to do that today, and I probably would have if I didn't have to, like, leave. But I have to go pick my mom up from the airport, so I guess that's the end of it for now. But I'll try to make it up for you for getting off track. That's my bad. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. That's some Dusky lore for you. Some not great Dusky lore. Like actual real-life Dusky lore. Dusky's amusing encounters. I want to have a more normal stream schedule this coming week, so I'll hopefully see you Wednesday. And In the meantime, I'll think about what exactly I want to do on Wednesday. Off I go to the airport. Bye-bye. The OC. OC. Well, wait. Hold on.
Don't be like Jeremy, everybody.
Exactly. That's a PSA. Bye-bye.